Hello everyone, I'm Poonam Kakotkar. Welcome to the second video in the Bias Interrupter Framework series. In this video, we will see how the Bias Interrupter Framework can help reduce bias in recruitment. Bias can significantly affect who gets hired, impacting diversity and equity in the workplace. Developed by Joan C. Williams, the Bias Interrupter Framework offers evidence-based strategies to tackle these issues. Let's dive in. The Bias Interrupter Framework is designed to eliminate bias through small structured changes in workplace processes. Instead of focusing on individual biases, this framework targets the systems and processes where bias often surfaces, like recruitment and hiring. By making these changes, we can help ensure that all candidates are evaluated fairly and without bias. Today, we'll focus specifically on how this applies to the recruitment process. Bias can take many forms in hiring. Here are 5 major types. Tightrope bias. Women are required to balance being likable and assertive, which affects perceptions of their leadership abilities. Maternal Wall Bias. Mothers face assumptions about commitment to their careers, affecting their hiring and advancement. Racial Bias. Stereotypes impact how racial minorities are perceived in the recruitment process. Prove it again bias. Certain groups such as women and underrepresented groups are often expected to prove their competence repeatedly. Tug of War Bias. Limited opportunities can lead to competition within underrepresented groups. Addressing these biases head-on helps create a fairer and more equitable hiring environment. First, let's look at data collection. Organizations should track demographics at various stages of the recruitment funnel: applications, referrals, interviews, and offers. Metrics can reveal if certain groups are being filtered out unfairly at any stage. For example, a manufacturing company saw an increase of 5 to 6% in offers to people of color by monitoring and adjusting recruitment practices. Data like this highlights where biases may occur and provides a baseline to measure progress. Next, we focus on standardizing screening and interviews. Using structured rubrics ensures that all candidates are evaluated on the same objective criteria rather than on subjective impressions. Additionally, asking all candidates the same set of interview questions reduces inconsistency and bias. A tech company that adopted standardized interviews and screening reported improved diversity as a result. This approach keeps the process fair and focused on skills and competencies. Inclusive language in job descriptions is crucial. Avoiding gendered language and being clear about required skills encourages a diverse applicant pool. Additionally, ensuring all referrals go through the same hiring process creates equal opportunity. For example, a company saw an increase in diverse job offers when they applied the same standards to all candidates, including referrals. These adjustments make a big difference in who applies and who progresses. Diverse interview panels can help reduce affinity bias, the tendency to favor those similar to ourselves. By using panels that reflect a range of perspectives, organizations can achieve fairer evaluations. Regularly reviewing recruitment data to check for progress also ensures ongoing improvement. In one example, using diverse panels led to a more balanced outcome across demographics. This step helps organizations ensure that hiring decisions are as objective as possible. Let's quickly recap the main steps for reducing bias in recruitment. The first step Use data to identify bias points. Second, implement structured evaluation processes. Third, use inclusive language in job descriptions. 4. Review and refine recruitment practices regularly. By following these steps, organizations can make significant strides towards creating a fair and equitable recruitment process. Thanks for watching. The Bias Interrupter Framework provides practical, evidence-based solutions to reduce bias and support a more diverse workforce. By making small structural changes to recruitment practices, organizations can interrupt bias and ensure every candidate is evaluated fairly. I hope you found these insights useful. Do tune in to our next video on how you can reduce bias in performance reviews.